Okay, you win. Enough of you have emailed me, messaged me, commented on the videos. I'm going to show you how to split a branded medication pen, how I do it. This is not medical advice. I'm not advising you to do this. I'm just showing you what I do personally as a personal preference. This is for entertainment purposes only, or whatever disclaimers we have to have at the bottom. Okay, let's get into it. You shouldn't look at my boobs. Okay, so I have a 3cc 22 gauge 3/4 inch needle and used pen for demonstration purposes. I already used, see, of Zepbound, a box of sterile 3 ml sterile vials, a brand new pen, and alcohol, which I might need by the time this video is over. So I'm going to show you on the practice pen first with the syringe that is dirty. We're not going to use this for the actual vial. So take the syringe out, 22 gauge. It is bigger than the Mounjaro or the Zepbound or whatever needle inside, because this is a diabetic 30 gauge syringe inside, and this is a 22 gauge needle. So you're going to thread it over, like over the top. So I like to take it and take the slatted side, put it on the top of it, and then I just slide it over. And you'll know if it's slid over because your pen stays. Now, take it, pull this back all the way. There's no medication. There's no medication in here. It's just pulled back to make room. Flip your pen over, unlock it, and then with it open, now you have to have, I need better lights. You need to have a firm grip because this is spring loaded. So you're going to hold this tightly together. I mean tight. Forceful grip. And you're going to push it down. Okay? Let me see if I can move you a little bit closer. Okay, are you ready? We're going to try it on the real thing. That was the practice. Here is the real pen. Going to put this aside, get out a sterile vial. The link to these are in the link to everything is in my Amazon store. The vials, the syringes, and you can probably get out your own alcohol, not on Amazon. The vials will have a top on them. You remove the top, and it'll have a gasket. See the gasket? Now, what I was doing before was I was taking the pen, and let me get a used one. I was taking the pen, and I was putting it over the top of this, like so, and squishing it down. I wasted not one, but 2 pens because it hit the side. It hit the side of this, and then the precious gold went over the top of it. So I had to find a better way. Got this all alcoholed off. We'll do it one more time. Okay, ready? The pen. Moment of truth. Take it off. I slide it over. A few moments later. Okay. It is on here, and this is a live pen. So pull this all the way back. upside down. Very, very firm grip on this and this. These cannot separate, otherwise your precious gold will go right onto the table. So I'm going to hold this and this, make sure the syringe is all the way out, the black part at the bottom. Hold it, unlock my pin. I wish I could show you how fast this goes in there. Maybe if I go like this closer. This is very nerve-wracking doing it on camera. Hold very tight, very tight. Ready? And all of our liquid is in the bottom. All of the liquid is in the bottom. Can see it now. Can you see that? See if I can hold it. Can you see that there's the spring is right there? We're kind of holding it back. Just let it go. And I usually do bend the needle because I hold it, but all the liquid's inside. Except for 2 tiny little drops, which happens anyways, but there's nothing left right here. So then immediately wipe off your vial one more time. I'm going to wipe off this syringe one more time. Stick it directly into the sterile vial. Big ass thick needle. Slowly. And then you're just going to push it out slowly. Mainly because I want to get all the stuff that's squirted on the top. And that's okay, we're just gonna let the bubbles come back because we just pushed a lot of air into this tiny little 3 ml bottle. Let it recover and regroup. And I just do it a couple of times to make sure I got everything out of here. All right, now we don't need this anymore. This will go in our sharps container. Here is the vial with the gold on the bottom. And let me get a diabetic syringe so I can show you how it's actually split. Clean diabetic needle. Okay? Take the back cap off. You probably know how to do this. Take the front cap off. We're going to wipe our bottle down. Put our diabetic needle inside. Usually it's a good idea to let all those bubbles kind of settle in, that way you know exactly. So what I do is just pull back very slowly. In 7.5 pens of Zepbound, I don't know about any other brand, but of Zepbound, there is approximately 40 units in there, and that is 40 units. So you know that half of this particular pen, if it's 40 units, then the dosage amount is 20. So we could push out, if we're doing it today, push out 20 back into here and then you have, there you go, it's a split dose. We have the one we're going to take in I'm going to take in 72 hours if this was me, and then the one for today. Out she goes. Don't lose the drop. We're going to lose the drop. That's okay. Recap her. This will go in the refrigerator for 72 hours or for 96 hours, which would be 4 days later. And this is the today dose. You can let it settle. Shake out all those little bubbles. Pull back a little bit. And there you go. That's how you split a dose. Okay, so why would you want to split the dose? Well, I covered this in another video, linked at the end of this one or here. I don't know, I haven't figured out YouTube all the way. But so so for those of you who haven't heard the video, I like to split the dose because I like to split my dose because around day 4, day 5, day 6, my satiety went away. And more importantly, and the thing that affected me more was the inflammation. I have a C6, C7, and C4 impingement in my vertebrae, and the pain was coming back. And oddly enough, on this medication, when I first started it, the pain went away. It was so bad that I was sleeping in a recliner every night for like the last year. And then I started the Tirzepatide at 2.5, and it was going away. It wasn't completely away, but it was going away. And I was like, oh, this newfound world of no pain was absolutely incredible. So because I was on compound at the time, I was able to talk to my provider and get moved up to 3.5 because I didn't need I didn't feel like I needed to double the dose, but I went up to 3.5 to help with the pain. So the way my impingement works is it pinches on the nerve that runs down my left shoulder. And so I had bring you to tears, 2 ER visits type of shoulder pain, and was taking high dose narcotics, hardcore narcotics every single day. And it wasn't very fun because it's nerve pain. It's very hard to treat. And it wasn't actually cutting it. I just felt like crap and I was in terrible pain and I couldn't drive a vehicle on that medication. So it truly affected my life in so many ways. And I did not know when I started taking the Tirzepatide that my inflammation would go away so heavily. And it literally changed my entire life. Forget the weight loss, just not having pain and being able to sleep again changed my entire life. But what I noticed is I started seeing other people that were splitting their dose for the satiety reasons, and it makes sense. If you go onto Eli Lilly, Mounjaro, Zepbound website, or Novo Nordisk, Ozempic, and Wegovy's website, you will see that it says if you want to change your dose, like it's just something like life happens, if you want to change your dose, you must wait at least 72 hours. So my notion of thinking, and I don't know if I'm right or not, but there has to be some kind of half-life, or there has to be some kind of reason that is safe, because they're a medical pharmaceutical company that every statement is ran through legal. So there has to be some kind of reason. And I'm thinking if I'm taking, let's say I'm on 5 milligrams of medication per week, and I'm splitting that 2 times per week, you're still taking your dose. Or I was still taking my dose. And it changed my entire weight loss game. Everything changed. My satiety was even. There wasn't these highs and these low points anymore. We were just at a steady keel all week long, and it's as if the medication never had a high and a low point. And the inflammation remained exactly the same, and my weight loss just plummeted. It was not in a good way. It was so game changing and so amazing. I was originally doing it where I taking the vials, cap off, putting this on top, making sure the needle was square in the middle, and taking another needle and kind of aligning it to make sure it was straight, because sometimes you'll notice inside here it's just a little bit crooked. And putting this on top and pushing the button. It worked most of the time. There was 2 times where I watched the liquid, because the pen had changed positions, hit the side of the metal and dripped down the side, and I just wasted $100 and some odd on the pen. And it was painful. Very painful, in fact, because it's not like you, even if you wanted to, you could just say, I'll pay the $100 and some odd. It has to go through a doctor, and you have to, it's kind of messy. So there had to be a better way. I searched some YouTube videos and I saw some crazy methods of squirting it in a cup, which if you have a problem with this, you should watch that video. That just hard pass. And there was another one where they took a syringe and pulled it out, and this is the method that I came up with. I was originally hoping that a small uncapped insulin needle, like a Botox needle, would fit inside of here, but they have the way that they designed this plastic, sneaky little people, the syringe doesn't fit inside of here. So using a large gauge syringe, and this is the perfect one, 3 milliliters is going to be more than enough space, even at 15 milligram medication doses, for the medication to go in. Is it a risk? Yes. Could you screw up and lose a pen? Yeah. You are taking a risk, but for me, the benefits of having a more successful journey was worth the risk, and more importantly for myself, not having the pain was 100% worth it for me. And not having the weight loss, again, the weight loss is great. It's what I've wanted my whole life. But when you've had just like on the pain scale, when it's just beyond the charts and you can't function and you can't sleep. And for me, the way that the pain worked is the pain was the most severe sitting down or laying down. And that's rough. Just having to stand and walk around the house crying. And I had so many apparatuses. I had ice packs, and like I have more gadgets for shoulder issues and stretching out the neck. And I went to this fancy chiropractor in Ojai and put me in this contraption machine to do spinal decompression. Nothing helped. Chiropractic, nothing helped. But you know what did help? Tirzepatide. A year and something in tremendous pain, and this was what did it for me. And I'm not alone. I've heard reports of it even helping rheumatoid arthritis and just other chronic inflammation issues. Inflammation is just such a big thing. I think at the end of this, we're all going to find out that these peptides, now peptides are things our body makes naturally, so insulin is a peptide. It's the oldest peptide. I think we're going to find out that these GLP-1s and these GIP and the new glucagon peptides are coming out hopefully in a year or two with the triple agonist retatrutide are going to change the medical industry forever. In fact, a friend of mine is contemplating bariatric surgery from a very well-known bariatric surgeon in our area. And she told me that her bariatric surgeon told him that he's going to have to figure out another way, because in a couple years, there won't be any bariatric surgery. That is a very powerful statement from a very prominent bariatric surgeon. So this stuff is a miracle. And I know I'm going to get some heat from this video, but I don't really care, because it's not about appeasing everybody. It's about just trying to help anybody I can. And I'm sure that this information is going to help somebody out there. And hopefully maybe if you have inflammation and you're battling weight loss, this is going to help. If that just helps one person, it's worth it, because nobody should have to live in that kind of pain. But yeah. Welcome to my Breaking Bad GLP edition. Hey, and I just want to thank you guys again. We have had this channel, we, meaning us, we've had this channel for 2 weeks now, and we have got 500 subscribers. 500. That is just... So thank you very much, every single one of you, for just supporting this journey and supporting this channel. I don't have a lot of family in my life, and after 2020 and a really super tragic event that happened in 2022, I've kind of isolated myself from the world, and this gives me some kind of accountability. And I just want to let you know that I'm here for you. Ask me any questions, but you just watching and giving me accountability to strangers on the other side of that phone or that keyboard tremendously impacts my life. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, and happy weight loss.